Hi everyone! So this is my AP score reaction video. So today is Wednesday, July 21st, and as I'm sure many of you know, today is the day that AP scores officially come out on the College Board. So I wanted to make a quick reaction video. This year I took a total of 6 AP exams. All 6 of them were in Administration 1 or 2. I took AP Gov, I took AP Spanish, I took AP Lang, I took AP Bio, AP Stat, and AP Calc AB, all as a sophomore. So I will probably do a quick introduction of all the AP exams I took and how I felt about them, and then I'll get on to the actual reaction. So I will put timestamps in the description below. So without further ado, I will get on to my AP exams and how I felt about them. The first AP exam that I took was AP Gov. I took it on May 3rd, which was like the very first date that AP exams were like open and available for people to take them this year. So yeah, it was one of the exams that I felt most prepared for, but at the same time it was one of the exams that I felt most stressed for, which is a bit of like a weird combination. I think it might have been just because that AP Gov was like the very first AP exam that I was taking this year. I think I was just a bit nervous about that. In terms of how well I think I did, I think I scored at least a 4, but more likely a 5, just because I found that the content on the exam was like pretty easy and I just felt like I was well prepared for it. This one that I took was AP Spanish. So AP Spanish, I'll say that I think I got at least a 3, more likely a 4. I'm not very confident that I got a 5, just because AP Spanish is one of those exams where it's like very difficult to get a 5 because there are a large portion of native speakers who are taking the exam. I'm not a native speaker of Spanish, but many of these people who are taking the AP Spanish Language and Culture exam are, because AP exams give out scores based on like proportions or like ratios. These ratios can like kind of change, but typically what they'll do is they'll give like the top 5 or 10% of test takers like a 5, and like the next 20% get a 4. Like obviously that changes a bit, like it fluctuates a bit depending on how hard the exam is and like what exam it is. And native speakers as a whole will tend to do better than non-native speakers on language exams. So for that reason, I do not think that I got a 5, because there's just such a much larger proportion of people who probably scored better than me on that exam. I'd still give myself like a 4 because I definitely felt like confident with how I did on the exam. The next AP exam that I took was AP Lang. So AP Lang, I took a practice test and I got a 5 on that test, but I think that I got a 4 on the actual exam. And it's not because I did worse on the exam that I did on a practice test. I think I was just a bit more nervous for the actual exam. Also, this morning I checked like the College Board, like the place where they give out like the percentage of people who got like 5s, 4s, 3s, and like 2s and 1s. And I saw that only 5% of people got a 5, which did not do very much to boost my confidence. But I think on the AP Lang exam, I would be very happy to get a 4 or 5. The next AP exam that I took was AP Bio. This year, we did not have a very good teacher who taught like AP Bio at our school, so very much of it I had to self-teach the curriculum to myself. For those reasons, because I never really took like an official practice test, so I can't calculate how well I did, but I think that I did like well enough to have gotten a 3 at least. My most likely guess is that I got like a low 4, high 3, somewhere like that. The next AP exam on my list is AP Stat. So AP Stat was actually probably my least favorite class, and so for that reason it was like my least favorite AP exam that I took. It's not an AP exam that I studied particularly hard for, and it's not an exam where I really care about my score. That being said, I think I did decently well on it, so I'll give myself like a 4. I think I got a 4 on the exam. I don't really care if I get like higher than a 4, and I honestly don't really care if I get like a 2 or a 3, just because it's AP Stat and I have no love for that class whatsoever. I can't believe that I spent a whole year of my life taking a class that I hated so much. Those are my thoughts on AP Stat. And then the last AP exam that I took was AP Calc AB, not BC, just AB. Math is not one of my strong suits, even though like I'm taking calculus at a decidedly like faster rate because I'm taking like AP Calc as a sophomore. I still do not consider math to be one of my strongest talents. That being said, I still tried decently hard on the exam. I understood enough of the curriculum and performed well enough on the test to get a 5. Final summing up thoughts about my AP classes. I'm most confident that I got a 5 in AP Gov and AP Calc probably. The next highest, AP Spanish and AP Lang, and then finally bottom tier is AP Bio, AP Stat. Yeah, because those classes aren't really as important to me as my other classes are. So yeah, with that introduction, I will log on to College Board and look at my AP scores. Okay, so small disclaimer, I decided to check my email before I went on to the College Board, and it turns out that my AP Gov teacher emailed me congratulating me on getting a 5. So I'm sorry I couldn't record that reaction. Hopefully you can see in my face that I am very happy about that. It's because like I really love AP Gov as a class, and it's something that I like want to continue to study. So obviously I want to show colleges that I'm good at the material, and I'm really happy that I'll be able to use this credit in my future. But yeah, with that, I will just log on to College Board. See if I remember how to get my scores. Okay, AP exam scores. View your scores, okay. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Okay, so basically I got a 5 on AP Gov. I got a 5 on AP Calc, which I expected, and I got a 5 on AP Bio, which is really nice. I got a 4 on AP Lang, which isn't that big of a deal because it's AP Lang. I kind of expected to get a 4, and there was like a really low proportion of students who got a 5 this year, so I'm not like incredibly upset about that. Okay, but I also got like a 5 on AP Stat, which I was not expecting, and I also got a 5 on AP Spanish, which is like unheard of because yeah, I'm not a native speaker, so it's just really awesome that like AP Spanish is a class that I really care about, and like it's a credit that's really hard to fulfill for when you go into college, but I got a 5 on that exam. So I should probably include some final thoughts, and the obligatory AP scores don't really have an effect on who you are as a person. Obviously, it's like really nice to be able to do well on these exams, but it's even more important to have good mental health and just to feel confident in yourself as a person. So AP scores are ultimately like, they are not important. They're like a tiny part of your entire college resume. Usually colleges care more about just seeing the fact that you took the AP class. They don't even care if you took the AP test. You have to remember that when you're taking a test, the test score that you get takes into account like random variations, like how you're feeling and just how well you're able to like write the test itself. So it's not necessarily a reflection of your abilities, it's just a reflection of like your abilities like at that moment in time. Honestly, like test scores like AP scores, SAT, ACT scores are becoming less and less important to colleges like as a whole, just because colleges are finally recognizing that there's so much more to a person than their test scores. Like most colleges have stopped accepting SAT subject tests altogether. Test scores are a horrible way to measure ourselves, and it is really annoying that our society considers them like worthy enough to measure something as big as like our entire human potential. And hopefully that's going to change in the future, because test scores are really bad at measuring that. If you have stayed this long and watched the entire video, or even like used the timestamp to get here, just know that I'm very grateful that you're watching my somewhat mediocre, unemotional reaction to getting my AP scores and my definitely underwhelming speech about how little AP scores actually mean, because the concept of that is something that I struggle with myself. So I thank you for sticking through all of that. If you want me to make like maybe another video about how I studied for my AP test or like anything related to my AP tests, please let me know in the comment sections because I would love to do that. It's something that I know a lot about because I've taken so many AP tests. So that being said, thank you so much for watching, and hopefully I will be able to give you some good content.